Hey crypto. Hey crypto.
Hi, I'm Peter Chung, the host of K Crypto, and today we have a very special guest, co-founders and co-CEOs of Planetarium, Mr. JC Kim and Mr. Kijun. So,
Yeah, this is JC, and
I'm Kijun.
you think these Ethereum or other type of existing public blockchain networks at the moment are suitable enough for adoption in the gaming industry, or if not, why would that be?
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting question, and I can surely be wrong about answering a question like this. But I think so we have to understand that gaming is very you have billions and billions of players playing, and some people are just like living inside these virtual environments. Some people just spend maybe 5 minutes playing a very simple puzzle game, or something they like to watch things on YouTube, and they call that participating in gaming and adopting gaming. So I do think that public blockchain networks are suitable and will become suitable for parts, a good segment of what gaming activity consists of, which is like playing things and buying and selling things, or enjoying content and rewarding streamers. Like, I think these are like amazing things that could totally happen on public blockchain networks. From our standpoint, like, we want the entire game to be actually on a decentralized network, so that without game company, when a game is created, it can run for a very, very long time as almost like an entertainment infrastructure, with gamers participating as the backbone. So like when you want to put the entire game on blockchain, you have you have two problems. Like, one is you can have multiple games on the same blockchain, right? So that means, like, if one game takes up on adoption, another game might suffer from the usage and the network. But also, because these games have wildly different play style, you still have to have the base token, for example, ETH or token, so that like one game doesn't suck up all the network resources. So you end up having games have to adapt to whatever public blockchain networks, like whatever their token economy is, as opposed to the game economy that the game developer wants to create. And I think these effects can be adverse. So for example, like, free-to-play gaming, I think, is really important. It's really hard to get users if you don't offer free-to-play in this ecosystem. But for example, like our game, Chronicles, like, we try to offer users a number of free transactions they can make per day. And we keep that as a crucial element of the gameplay, which has been successful. But like, trying to adopt that kind of scheme in a public blockchain might not be. So like, we do believe that for certain games, like creating a blockchain specific for that network, I think it's probably a better approach.
I read about the blockchain network that you've developed for that, what you just discussed, I guess. LibNet is
LibPlanet.
LibPlanet. So can you just describe how that works and how that's different from other existing blockchains in terms of being more kind of more optimized for developing blockchain games?
So LibPlanet is a blockchain toolkit. And it's like Cosmos SDK. So it means that people can make their own network using LibPlanet. The most difference with Cosmos SDK is that it's for gaming. So we made this using C# and .NET Core technology. So it can be integrated to Unity-based game as a single build. So by using LibPlanet with Unity, so they can make the serverless multiplayer game very easily, and they can integrate their own native game logic to state transition. So this is more easier.
Right. Okay. So it's a serverless game, means that all the data from the game that you play doesn't have to be hosted in a certain centralized locations.
Right.
And therefore, it has a benefit of being able to exist without having to depend on some
game company.
some game company or anything like that, right? Okay, so I guess you mentioned that if you were to use the existing blockchain, sometimes the game developer have to fit their game designs to the existing blockchain,
Right.
whereas I guess and if they were to use the LeapNet, then they don't have to. They have more flexibility in terms of how they can develop their game.
Yeah,
Is that the fair description?
Right. They can choose the consensus algorithm or block duration or how many transition player can use. So they can set up every rule using our LeapNet technology.
Right.
So that they can fit the rule for only for that game.
Right. LeapNet is itself is not a blockchain itself.
LeapNet is not a blockchain network.
Yeah,
but it's a blockchain toolkit.
Toolkit. Okay. So using the toolkit, game developers can create their own blockchain network.
Right. Exactly.
I see. Okay. So in order to use the toolkit, you have to subscribe to the Planetarium's service, or how do you actually generate revenue yourself?
Okay. So we open this technology for free.
Yeah. So it's open source.
Yeah, LGPL license.
Okay, I see.
But if they want to use another closed source policy, they need to buy our commercial license.
I see.
So that's number one. So our business model. And second is Nine Chronicles.
That's right. So okay. So that also leads to the next topic then. So so you've recently. Actually, not recent, but I guess you've launched the Nine Chronicles some time ago.
Right.
So can you just talk a little bit about this game and then how you've been making a progress on this?
So Nine Chronicles is an idle PC RPG that you can play on your computer, and you can actually participate as a network node and start mining the base token Nine Chronicles Gold. And you can use that to trade with each other. You can use that to grow. And, a lot of users are actually participating in the network to make sure that, this world can exist basically beyond us. So that's the community and the game that we've been building. And I think some interesting, some numbers to talk about, as a fully open source game, I think it's really interesting that we were able to crowdfund $400,000 pre-launch, which is a significant amount if you think about it in Kickstarter terms. I think what's interesting is that because we are basically selling the users main economy of the game, people are interested as participating, in the average amount of participation. When you think about it, exceeded $1,000 per customer. And if you think about that in usual crowdfunding model, I think we're seeing some very different kind of interest for the kind of blockchain economy that we're able to create for the game. And I think people, when they join, so it's a type of game where you don't interact too much, but your character is constantly growing and your strategy matters a lot. So I think we have over more than 50% of players who join in stay for longer than a week, which is way above most mobile RPGs, top 25 RPGs out there. When people play, do they play, or are they interested in being part of the network? And we've been seeing numbers that over 80% of the users actually decide to participate in mining to earn currency that can be used inside the game to trade. So it's a really good positive sign that we can build this network that can outlast most games out there by the user playing community. So because our game doesn't have a server, everything that happens inside is decentralized. So we essentially have a DEX, decentralized exchange, built into the game for trading items. And that's been working amazingly well. In the first 3 weeks, I think the amount of value traded per player was close to $200, $300. And when you multiply that out to the span of the game, I think we're seeing some numbers that are really exciting for the and not really easily duplicated in usual gaming ecosystem.
I see. Okay. Nine Chronicle is the first game using the LeapNet, the toolkit. So is there more in the pipeline that, are there other types of games that Planetarium is thinking of introducing in the near future? Or maybe if not the Planetarium, maybe some other game developers are working on developing a game using the toolkit?
Yeah. We are definitely talking to some studios about developing games on top of Planetarium, and we also have plans to work on new ideas. And we've done some proof of concept work, and yeah, there will be more games coming from us in the horizon. But we're right now focusing more on Nine Chronicles and also building partnership with game studios with the proof that is Nine Chronicles and the economy that we're able to run with it.
Right, that's great. We'll be looking forward to the more development, I guess, on that front.
Yeah, of course.
Now, if people want to follow you, follow the progress on the Planetarium and other things that you guys are working on, what's the best way to do that?
So we have Twitter on Planetarium HQ and also Nine Chronicles. And that's and we also have, so if you're a Discord user, like we live in Discord and we have thousands of users on Discord and we're actively talking with them every day. You just type in discord.gg/planetarium. That comes to us. But also we have Twitter that's active and Facebook also. You search for Planetarium HQ and you can find us and follow us.
Okay, sounds great. Well, thanks a lot for your time today. I've learned a lot about the blockchain in the gaming industry, and sounds like there's still a lot of exciting stuff in the pipeline. So hope to be able to invite you to again in future. Hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Hey crypto.